Hi, this is Connie Nelson from the Alfingen Ski Museum Foundation. We're here hosting the Intermountain Ski Hall of Fame. We do this annually and induct 4 people each year. We're so excited to have this great group of over 200 people to celebrate 4 inductees: Steve Cook, Kristen Cooper, we have Jan Leonard, and also Ron Steele.
It's an incredible honor to be a part of the 2016 inductee class. I never thought that would be possible for me. I kind of thought my career was over and I've done everything I could, and now that I'm a coach, I have other goals in life, and so it's a truly humbling experience to be a part of this class. I was really amazed and astounded that I was chosen. Disabled sports has always been kind of a second-tier sport, even though we work just as hard and train just as hard and race, just as many races. It was pretty amazing to be included in that, and I think that shows the growth of disabled sports in general.
Well, inclusion in the Intermountain Ski Hall of Fame is, one, obviously very humbling. There's 66 other members, I believe, already. I'm one of 4 being inducted this evening, and it is something special. The museum itself, the Hall of Fame, and all those that have been inducted have contributed, obviously, to the sport of skiing in the Intermountain region. So that inclusion to me is it's going to be dear to my heart, and it's something I'll cherish for life. Well, when they called me and let me know that I was going to be inducted, that was a few months back, and I tell you what, it was pretty emotional. The fact that I kind of thought back to my parents and my start of my career, the start of my skiing, them driving cars, going to different events around the Pacific Northwest. It just flashed on everything in my career just in that brief few seconds, and I had to tell Connie, I said, I got to hang up. I got to kind of process this all and call you back and say thank you. Well, as being a competitor at the international level and down through the junior levels, you obviously have a tremendous amount of emotional swings. You have good years, bad years, and I remember some of the low years. I was in the middle teens. I was very gangly. I wasn't quite growing into my body yet on a physical nature, and you just almost want to quit. And you got the parents that come down to your room, and you're sitting there crying, and the parents are saying, "It's okay, you'll do better, you'll do better." I'm glad they continue to push me along. And then the highs are obviously being able to represent the country in the Olympics, World Championships, and then one of my career highlights is actually being at the University of Utah and skiing for the University of Utah as a competitive skier for a 4-year period, and helping that team win championships those years. But I was able to win a championship for myself there, and it was quite eventful.
So it's an incredible honor to be inducted into my division's Hall of Fame, the Intermountain Ski Hall of Fame. I am so proud to be a member of this division. The mountains here are amazing, and I always consider Baldy Mountain and Sun Valley my best coach and my first coach. And then we got to travel places like Snowbird, Park City, Alta, Jackson. I mean, that's the division. That's really what made me the skier I am today. And when I went to Europe, I was, I think, a really adaptable skier because of what I learned here in these mountains. So I was inducted into the U.S. Ski Hall of Fame when I was 24 years old after I won my medal, and I really couldn't appreciate it then. So when I got the call about being inducted here, it really took me by surprise. And then I thought, wow, what a nice opportunity to be honored and thank all of the people that really were part of my story, because you do not do this alone. And that's the lesson I've taken from skiing into business and the rest of my life, is that it takes a team, and there were so many people who were really germane to my success. And so it's fun to be able to sort of thank them by saying yes and being honored here, because really it's the coaches and the families and everyone else that should be in the halls of fame. I mean, they're the ones that give the sacrifices, and but we're the ones that win the medals. We still have to show up and do it correctly, and I was lucky to have that happen numerous times. So,
our dad was a hugely important person in our life, and I think we both became the people we are today because of him. So to be able to be here to see him being honored for this is really amazing, because he deserves it on so many levels. He worked his butt off, and we watched him get up at 4 or 5 a.m. to go to work, and then make sure he was at every event that we had going on, every basketball game, every cheerleading event, everything in high school. And then college, everything he did for us. So to be able to watch him be honored and recognized with the world the way that we've always seen him is truly amazing. He's a unique person, and really cool to see him being honored like that.
But the thing is that he was never looking for that kind of honor. He was
He would've
always
hated
so,
this.
yeah, down to earth, would have hated the celebration. So I still think it's fabulous that we're celebrating him because he can't be here today. He touched over 800 lifts during his career. He's influenced a lot of ski areas. And so you really can't go to a ski hill and not have experienced something he worked on and engineered.
Yeah. And to build on that, we didn't realize our dad was such a big deal growing up. Dad builds ski lifts. That's awesome in itself. We thought it was cool and everything, but we had no idea, to be honest. He didn't want anyone to know who he.
Well, he just didn't. It wasn't.
He didn't like the praise. He just thought, you know what, you're here on Earth, take advantage of it, and do the best you can, and work the hardest you can, and take advantage of life, and live it, and love it, and he always did that, and so we got to experience that, but we didn't know he was this big deal.
If you'd like to find out more about the Intermountain Ski Hall of Fame and the inductees, please go to ingenmuseum.org and select Intermountain Ski Hall of Fame, and you'll find out about all 66 inductees, and especially the 4 that are being inducted today.